So what if I told you that there's still treasures out there waiting to be found, right under your nose? Places that other experienced detectorists may not have even thought about.
Awesome.
Well, this video is another 10 places to metal detect that you never thought about. Let's get after it. Hey everybody, I'm Mark Dayton, also known as the Brass Medic, and welcome back to the channel. So my last video called 10 places to metal detect that you may have never heard of absolutely blew up. And the comments section was a goldmine of great ideas from you, the community. I got a bunch more ideas, so what I did is compile them into a whole new video, 10 more places that you need to check out. So that's what this video is about today. And again, these are all from experienced detectorists that really know where the treasure hides. So let's check that out right now. All right, try to find yourself an old drive-in movie theater where they had grass or dirt that they parked on. If you can't find one and it's paved, look for the snack bar, and around the snack bar there was usually some kind of a grassy park-like area for people to eat. Check that out. All right, this is a great tip right here. Under the bleachers, people will lose coins, rings, watches, everything down there. If you can find yourself a place where there was an old sporting event, you go underneath those bleachers and right there in that dirt, loaded with treasure. All right, this is a tip that a lot of the urban detectorists already know about. Out there on those curb strips between the house and the street, or if you're in front of a park perhaps, anywhere where you can find an old curb strip, you're going to find coins hiding in there. In the early 1900s and all the way into the mid 1900s, they would do pop-up rodeos and exhibitions all over the place. Or find yourself an established rodeo ground where they've always had rodeos, and you'll find things where people were around the edges. Well, before the automobile, we had these old stagecoach roads everywhere. Stages and buggies would zip up and down these, and they'd stop at these stagecoach stops that were like truck stops along the way. And the proprietors would never want all the animals sitting out front. They'd always ask them to go downwind and do all your camping downwind so that the smell and the flies and everything else stayed away from the stage stop. So always check your stage stops, and always, of course, check around the area where the buggies and the stages stopped and people got out. Well, here's a great tip you would have never thought of. In the old days, they would put coins in the mailbox for the mail carrier. If the person didn't have a stamp, that covered the postage. So if you're able to find these old mailboxes and look underneath them, oftentimes you'll find old coins. Well, on those old roads we were talking about, there was big shade trees along the route. People would stop at their favorite tree, get out and get some shade for their animals or themselves, and lose things right in the grass where they were sitting underneath these old trees. Well, I know my school had a couple camps we went to every year, and so do a lot of other schools, going all the way back to 150 years ago. They've been doing this. So find those old campgrounds where the schools went, and you'll often find all kinds of stuff spread all over the place. Or those conservation camps that were along the roadways, those are really good to check out too. And we talked about circuses in the last video, but this time we're talking about carnivals, just pop-up carnivals. They used to have them, and they were traveling a lot of times, and they would set up with rides. And if you could find a place where it was on grass, you could do very well today going on that same grass where the carnivals were and checking around for stuff that people dropped. Another very powerful technique for the urban detectorists is watch for when they tear up a sidewalk. Underneath that sidewalk is the old original dirt. This is great, especially in older towns, and you find a lot of old stuff hiding right underneath the concrete or the pavement. All right, and here's a bonus tip for you. Those old wrecking yards where you can find all the old cars, and the back seats and the front seats, under those seats, you'll find silver coins, all kinds of cool stuff, rings, watches. People lost stuff, and it's under the seats in the wrecking yards. You have to get permission, or you might come across an old vehicle out in the middle of nowhere. check underneath the seats of that too. But that's a great tip right there. Check that out. I want to give a big shout out to my community. You guys had some great ideas in my first video. You'll see the link up above right now to the first video. And stuff like this, I mean, just great comments. I really appreciate you guys leaving comments. I look forward to your comments in this video, and I'll see you guys in that comment section. All right, take care and thanks for watching the video.